A lot of my clients are afraid of what's going to transpire on Thanksgiving. Here's how you can survive Thanksgiving Day without gaining weight.
Hey guys, my name's Michelle,
Anita, Sarah, Peyton, Talia, Jazz,
Marquita.
I'm a physique.
Products. Period. We love to see.
It is Dr.Trehunna from Physique. A lot of people think that, man, I do not want to try to lose weight during the holiday season because we got Thanksgiving coming up, Friendsgiving's coming up, we got New Year's, we got Christmas, and you know what? I'm just gonna take an L and I'm just gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna just start fresh on New Year's. But today, what we're gonna talk about is how you can survive the holiday season without gaining an excess amount of weight, but still have your Thanksgiving plate. We already know we like to use food as what? As enjoyment. We like to use food when we're bored, and we like to use food to bring people together. Thanksgiving and the holiday seasons is not the reason why you gain weight. It's the associations we have with these certain holidays that makes us gain weight. I'm African American, so on Thanksgiving, we have a whole lot of daiquiris, sweet potato pie, mac and cheese, yams, stuffing, shots, Coca-Colas, everything. And everybody's coming together and we're just eating just to eat. But because we have an association with Thanksgiving, I'm just gonna eat multiple plates just because my favorite aunt made her favorite mac and cheese, or my favorite uncle made his famous collard greens. We're just eating, but we're not putting no thought into what we eat. The main thing that I tell my clients to do when they're trying to mitigate how much weight they're gaining over the holiday season is eat your calories, do not drink your calories. Why? When I'm on drink duty for Thanksgiving, all my family members know
Trey is going to bring the craziest drinks. Everything is gonna be zero.
So for instance, I got Sprite Zero, but it's the chilled version. Or if I want cranberry juice for my family, guess what? Y'all not getting the regular one, I'm getting the Diet 5. Now here's the reason why. If you pay attention to the label for all of these drinks, between the diet version and the regular version, there's only one main ingredient that is missing. It's gonna be HFCS, which stands for high fructose corn syrup. The main difference between a diet drink and the regular drink is they are adding way more added sugar coming from high fructose corn syrup. And because they're adding a lot of high fructose corn syrup, you're just getting a lot more calories than you're supposed to. So first off, this says 8 fluid ounces per serving. Just to give you an idea of how much 8 fluid ounces is, everybody got a red Solo cup in the house. This happens to be green. Half. Tell me who in the hell only fills up half of a cup of juice? Nobody does. You're gonna fill it up to the brim, you're gonna drink it, and because it's so good, sometimes you gotta go for seconds, if not thirds, right? If the average Ocean Spray says it got 100 calories per 8 fluid ounces, but then you fill it up to the brim, that means every single time you have one full cup of your favorite juice, that's about 200 calories, but hey, here's the caveat. Every 8 fluid ounces is 28 grams of carbs and 28 grams of sugar, which means what? If I fill it up to the brim, I just drank 56 grams of carbs and sugar off of one drink. And the question is, how many times have you ever just get one drink? You don't. If you are somebody who loves sodas and you're not able or do not like the taste of the zero version, don't drink soda anymore. Other than juice, soda is the #1 worst type of fluid you could put inside your body. Why? It's a whole lot of added sugar, except it's a little bit more potent. This is a Coke Zero. Now, if you just so happen to get the regular Coke, for 12 ounces got 38 grams of added sugar. Just to give you an idea, that's about 9 teaspoons of sugar. The human body is only circulating 1 teaspoon of sugar at a time, even if you're fasting, which means what? You're giving your body a bolus amount of sugar that it doesn't need, and now it's starting the process for your body to start storing fat through a process called de novo lipogenesis. Here's how your body works when it comes to carbs. A lot of people do not understand carbs are not bad for you. They just don't understand how your body starts making fat from carbs. So I'm gonna show you how. Here's a cup. Your body can only have so much carbs in a form of glycogen. That is the stored form of carbohydrates. So let's say you wake up in the morning and then you have your avocado toast. Boom. You just gave your body about this amount of carbs. You feel like you want some Starbucks that day. So you have your white mocha latte, right? Which got about 40 to 50 grams of carbs. Your coworkers is going out and get a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel. You just fill it up a little bit more. Let's say your favorite snack is popcorn. You just filled it up a little bit more. You're not even at dinner yet, but your cup is almost filled up. You heard Subway is healthy, right? So you have your little Subway foot-long sandwich. Now your cup is full to the brim, but now start to spill over. Now your body's saying,
hey, my fat cells is full with glucose, my muscle cells is full with glucose, my liver is filled with glucose.
What we should do with this extra carbohydrates, because it's too toxic if it's just running rampant inside our bloodstream, we're going to start creating this carbs into fat through a process called de novo lipogenesis. So now, every single time you overfill this cup for the rest of the day, your body's just going to store it as fat. But the irony is, it's going to be very hard for you to fill up this cup with just veggies. Let's say you have some broccoli. Let's say you have Brussels sprouts. I don't care if it's fried. Right here. Let's say you have a salad without no crazy dressing. It's gonna fill up right here. So if you're eating real whole food carbohydrates, you're not gonna fill up the cup as fast, opposed to eating a whole lot of processed foods and drinks and juices that is not water. If you're not drinking your calories, that means you can eat more calories, which means what? You can have a little bit more of the mac and cheese at Thanksgiving. You can have a little bit more of that sweet potatoes. You can have some of that Hawaiian rolls because you're not drinking your carbs along with eating your carbs. I don't know about you, but in our Thanksgiving, my mom likes to make daiquiris. So everybody's getting a cup or two of daiquiris. A daiquiri easily got 40 grams of carbs. More of the story is make sure you are focusing on eating your food. Do not drink your calories along with it during this Thanksgiving. Your family members are gonna look at you kind of crazy, but come in with your Coke Zeros, come in with your Sprite Zeros, and come in with the Crystal Lights and have a little bit more shots if you're going to drink. Leave the daiquiris and adult punches alone if you can. Another tip that I teach my clients to do is compromise with yourself. Do not allow yourself to have all the carbs in the world. Be selective. If you're somebody who really enjoys alcohol and you know you really want that daiquiri, say, you know what? Because I'm choosing to have these daiquiris, I cannot have as much mac and cheese and yams. Let's say you're somebody who don't care for drinks like me. I like food. I'm a foodie. So let's say I want some macaroni, cheese, and yams. I will say, hey, instead of me getting any of these daiquiris, I'm gonna go ahead and get some tequila because now it got less calories because it got less carbs and it got less sugar in it. And I'm gonna use these calories for more mac and cheese, more yams, more things that I like to eat that's gonna actually keep me satiated. Compromise with yourself. Do not allow yourself to have everything. If you're gonna have the Hawaiian rolls, you better not be touching the pecan pie. If you want that pecan pie, it should have less mac and cheese, less yams, better yet, less alcohol. Once people starts to be more intentional with what they're eating, that's when they start getting more results. And it may appear that their metabolism is faster than you, but it's not the metabolism. They're just being more intentional than you. And see if the scale shoots up after the very next day. What people usually do, what my clients realize
is, wow, the scale didn't jump up at all after Thanksgiving. Let me finish off them plates on Friday.
And now the scale shoots up. You having one day does not derail anything. It's when you choose to have that one day leads to the whole entire weekend. That's what throws everything off in the grand scheme of things. When people think of Thanksgiving and holidays, they're thinking of eggnogs, cookies, pecan pie, sweet potato pies, all the fun carbs, right? But once again, they are loaded with sugar, which means it's not gonna have a lot of fiber in these carbs. What you want to pay attention to is have more protein on your plate than anything else, which means what? Every single time you get that plate, you better have some ham on there. You better have some turkey. If you're a vegetarian, have a little bit more beans, have a little bit more lentils, have a little bit more collard greens. Have all the things that you know, okay, these are the better options. And then the second plate, if you want to have that mac and cheese and the yams and the stuffing, have at it. Problem is, people start off their day wrong. You're starting off your day with a whole plate of mac and cheese and the yams and the stuffings and the black eyed peas. And then you're coming back, put a little sliver of ham on there. So you're having a lot more carbs opposed to anything else. That's when people start to gain an excess amount of weight because you're not stopping at one plate. You're not stopping at one daiquiri.
You're just going crazy because you're telling yourself, hey, I don't have access to this food all year round, so today I'm gonna allow myself to go crazy.
Instead of you allowing yourself to go crazy, what I want you to do is be a little bit more mindful. Let me add some protein on this plate. Why? Because protein keeps the human body a little bit more satiated than any other form of macronutrient. More than fat, more than carbs. The carbs are cool, Everybody loves carbs because carbs taste the best, but have less of the carbs if your goal is trying to manage your weight throughout the course of this Thanksgiving and this holiday season. Now, another crazy stat when it comes to high fructose corn syrup, it actually makes your body produce something called palmitate, and this lowers the coupling efficiency in the mitochondria. Long story short, it makes your mitochondria a little bit more dysfunctional, which means slowing down your metabolism. So if you're trying to really make sure that you are managing your weight for Thanksgiving, here's the 3 best tips. 1, do not drink your calories. Eat your calories. 2, if your family's having drinks, have a little bit more shots and mix it with a Coke Zero. Mix it with a Sprite Zero. People laugh at me all the time when I bring out a Crystal Light packet and put it inside my tequila. Now I got tequila lemonade. These little things is gonna save you in the grand scheme of things. Make sure you are having more protein on your plate than anything else. At least half of your plate should be protein. Turkey, ham, heck, some beans. Whatever protein that y'all got, chicken, have more of that on your plate. And then the other side, you can have a little bit of that mac and cheese. Have a little bit of that sweet potatoes. But hey, have some of that collard greens. Last time I checked, collard greens is a little bit better than sweet potatoes. Have some leafy greens on your plate. Do not just throw the whole day away. And tip number 3, be mindful of what you are doing. Ask yourself, why are you going for that second plate even though you're not hungry? That doesn't make any sense, but you're telling yourself, I'm allowing myself to do this because I've been doing this since I was a kid. Give yourself 5 to 10 minutes to see if you're really hungry or not. And if you're still hungry, then you can go ahead and get a second plate. But if you're not hungry, call it quits then. And here's a bonus one. The actual thing that's gonna make you gain weight over Thanksgiving, believe it or not, it's not Thanksgiving, is the fact that we have Thanksgiving food Thursday, all of Friday, all of Saturday, all of Sunday, and then you're having turkey sandwiches on Monday. It is that, the frequency of the meals, because you're eating the leftovers from Thanksgiving. You better not be having Thanksgiving food on that Saturday and that Sunday and that Monday, especially if you know your goal is for you to lose weight. Have your fun on Thanksgiving and get back on your weight loss journey the very next day, and now you're gonna thank yourself later, especially when you don't see that scale shoot up. Cool? Hopefully y'all learned something today. That's your reset tip of the day that's gonna help you stay snatched all the time. No, the summertime. I want you to enjoy your Thanksgiving. I just want you to be mindful of what you're doing. Cool? And that's how you can have your Thanksgiving plate without gaining weight. Enjoy your holidays.